My name is Asia Scarlett Jones. My firm is ASJ Law Office, and we are out of New York City. I think family law is probably one of the most important laws there is. It affects everyone. Everyone I know, at least 4 out of 5 people, have had some type of family law issue, whether it's a divorce, custody, child support. It's the inevitable, and I wanted to help. I feel like it's important that families are given the opportunity to be heard. So starting my own firm was such a big step. I wanted to practice law the way I wanted to practice law. Family court is a place where families don't get an equal opportunity. And I felt that if I started my own firm, I can give families that. I can practice law on my own terms and give back to communities that are normally underrepresented or normally don't want to go to family court. They don't want to get a divorce, but they need the help. So I wanted to have something with my name on it where I can do what I love to do, which is give back to family. Oh, the most rewarding part of having my own firm and my own practice is really building that connection with my clients. They're not going into a big firm where they kind of get lost in the system of attorneys and then the pool and sea of 100 secretaries. I get to build that bond, and it feels really, really good and rewarding to be able to do that every day. The most difficult part of owning my own firm, my own practice, is not being able to help everyone. I always want to help everyone that comes into my office, but that's just not the reality sometimes. So that part is hard, that hurts. Definitely since joining Prestige, I had no clue about business organization and what I needed to grow my practice. I didn't have the network that I have now and the resources, so that has greatly helped. It feels really good networking and being in these meetings every week and having peers that are entrepreneurs, lawyers, and business owners who are going through the same struggles I am. So it gives me that boost of confidence. I like having a team. I feel like I have a team, not just a firm that just exists, but someone who really cares, someone who will pick up the phone whenever I call and answer my questions, and nothing is too small or too big. Hiring is a big thing in businesses, and that is something that I'm working on, and it feels really good to know that I have that support system, and that's something that's new and for my firm, and I definitely enjoy the process of growing, but it can be pretty painful. But with Prestige, at least I feel like I'm not doing this alone. So I can pick up the phone and give a quick call or send an email, and then I can ask my peers, what they're doing as well. So it's like, this huge trifecta of just help, just there, readily available to me. When I decided to scale my firm and grow, I really didn't know where I wanted to start. So the first thing I did was pretty much just ask Prestige, where do I go? I had great recommendations of resources to use and how to hire. So the first step is really hiring the support staff. I need the support. Anyone I'm going to hire as an attorney to come in to help will need that support. To really build a foundation, I needed the tools. So I feel like, the journey in of itself has been insane, but I've had such a strong backing and support system for Prestige. Explaining the different roles needed to have that support, explaining, how to actually hire, which it seems simple, but it's really not. The first step in, onboarding, how to onboard, knowing when it's time to part ways. That's not something that, as an attorney. So I use Prestige for that. I really leaned on my resources, and anytime I had a question, a concern, help was literally one text or phone call away. It gave me confidence to know that I wasn't losing my mind, because I felt that way sometimes, and I became very overwhelmed. But I realized that this is just a part of the process for growth, and I am growing, and growth can be uncomfortable, but it feels great to really know that I have that support system. So, who to hire next, where to hire from, how to hire, how to interview, how to delegate, tasks and duties, how to, have an effective and efficient SOP, all of the things you need to know to grow your firm. I got that from Prestige. And I'm not sure how far I would have actually gotten at this point if I didn't have that resource. So I do think that, you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. And the day I met Jaden, I actually was having a really crappy day. I was deciding to let go of my CPA firm. I was getting a little frustrated. And we are actually a part of the same networking group. And we had our troika that day. It was Jaden, myself, and it was supposed to be a third person. And for some strange reason, the third person just wasn't able to join. I don't know why. He just kept falling off. And I got on a call with Jaden, and we did our pleasantries of hi and who we are and our firms. And I don't know why, but I just started to complain about my day. And I told him what I was going through, and what a coinky dink. He was like, hey, this is what I do. And he just took off from there. I didn't need to call him back and schedule a meeting. And he just started to give me advice. And the craziest thing is that he built or made this PowerPoint with my firm and my information and all of these things, advice. And I've actually never seen anyone do that. I felt bad at first. I was like, oh, maybe I should book a consultation. But he was like, no, we're here now. Let's use this time. And it felt good to know that he knew what he was actually talking about and he cared. So after that day, we just took off, and I joined Prestige, and I haven't looked back since. I feel like Prestige, at least when I explain it to other people, it's a full service organization. You come in from the beginning to end, everything I need is here. With my last CPA firm, I felt lost. I had a lot of questions that went unanswered. I didn't feel confident in my decisions. And that is a big difference. If I have a question, I can ask. If I have a concern, I'll put it forward. I don't feel uncomfortable not knowing. And that is huge, especially for an attorney. That is not my specialty. That's not my area of expertise. But I feel like I'm in good hands. And I haven't felt that in a while with any firm.